Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to go through the COT report that I sent out last Sunday, and that was the 4th of September. So we were just forecasting what we thought to expect this coming week. So I normally do try and do this video on a Wednesday just to cover midweek review, but unfortunately I had a few issues with TradingView this week, which hasn't allowed me to do that. So it is Friday evening, but I'm going to rattle through just so you guys can see for consistency what we've produced from Sunday and what's happened this week. So been some really nice trade opportunities this week, and that's been assisted by the Japanese yen being extremely weak and reaching an all-time low. Not an all-time low, sorry, a 24-year low against the US dollar. So that has helped with our analysis. But the important thing is that we forecasted this before it actually happened. So as ever, this video is just for educational purposes only. Please do your own research with everything. And for the full disclaimer, please visit our website, which is relentlesshub.com. The full disclaimer is going to be at the bottom of the website. So on the left here, this is what the week's forecast was. So we had AJ, CAD, JPY, CHF, JPY, Nzdjpy, USD, all bullish. Bearish, we had Euro USD and the pound against the dollar. So this is the chart markup then for AUD. I'm just going to zoom in again on, see if I can, on this a tiny bit. Yeah, that'll do. So this is on the left, as ever, this is the daily that I send out on the report on a Sunday. This is the daily chart, and on here I'm going to show you the H4. The black dotted line that you're going to see is where we were when I was doing this actual analysis as well. So we had these as bullish then for this coming week. So as you can see, what we were saying is we thought we could drop down to this level, retest it, and then off we go. And like I said, nobody expected the Japanese yen to be just that weak as it has been this week. So it has been extremely weak, which has helped this forecast even more. So where we had, the forecast from here coming up to maybe this trend line, you can see that it actually did break through the trend line, retested the other side, and it's continued on higher. So a lot of our traders have been able to get into some nice trades on this week, and it's done exactly what we thought it would. Just dropped a little bit and then off it went, and absolutely flew. And we're not trading support and resistance or anything like that. Our methods are purely institutional and helping you actually understand how the market moves, the best entries to catch, and how we're going to catch them as well. So if you're interested in learning any more, then again, just head over to the website. So CAD JPY, let's have a quick look at that. This one just pretty much left the building straight away. So we thought we might get a retest down to this level. Didn't happen. We just held here at this level, and then off we went again. So these are going to be quite similar all this week. Another thing I'll just point out is on the retail trader side, you could see that actually only 23% of retail traders were long, so the majority were short. Similarly with CAD JPY, only 12% were long. So that was something that's going in our favour. We don't want to trade with retail traders, so or not in line with them anyway. So that's where they were when we did the analysis as well. So CHF JPY, let's just flick over to that. This chart looks pretty similar to CAD JPY, but what's interesting on CHF JPY is you can see I just had this red line marked up here, and you'll see that it came and just touched it at the open, and it's held here, and then it's just absolutely flown from there. So expecting a little bit of a retest the other side and then to take buy. So again, that's just absolutely flown. Has everything this week. So Nzdjpy, what we're saying about Nzdjpy, which is interesting, is we were just stuck in this range for quite some time, and what you'll see is I put here, I'm conscious that we are stuck in a huge range at the moment too. Price is also stuck at that downwards trend line. You can see it just rejected off this trend line, this green line coming down. So ideally, we want to see a nice clean break above that, and we may even get a retest on the other side, and that's exactly what it did. Look, it couldn't have done it anymore on the trend line there, and then it continued to break on above that, and it's just started to stall the back end of the week. So we finally seem to have broken out of the consolidation range, which is good for this pair, and then we'll just continue to monitor the fundamentals and the technicals to see which side we think we should be aiming for. So that's Nzdjpy. Oh, what I did mean to say as well is because I did record this the other day, and then it was last night, and then it all messed up. So as I was recording it, I did slightly adjust the trend line that I had marked up, because what you'll see on the left is I think it was at that trend line that we had originally on. So all I did is I just adjusted it to capture these last couple of wicks. So let me just do it. I've lost the end of the trend line. Let me just come back. So all I'd done there is just to capture this last wick from last week, and you can see how it touches this one now. It's still coming clean through these, and that's a really nice clean trend line. But look at that, pinpoint the other side. So yeah, really nice entries on Nzdjpy last week for some buys. And again, if you notice, the retail positions on these majority were short. USD/JPY is the final bullish one that we forecast, and again, just literally left the building. And that's all been compounded by a really strong dollar at the beginning of the week, combined with the yen reaching that all-time, and I keep saying all-time, the 24-year low against the dollar as well. So that helped that just take off towards the end. What you will notice is it came up, it smashed through the weekly resistance level that we had, and it's been respecting this trend line at the top as well. So it did give some nice reversal patterns, but I did issue advice to say, be careful with JPY pairs looking for bearish setups last week, just because obviously it would have been quite difficult to trade that as a new trader, especially. So again, majority of retail traders were short on that pair. So interestingly, we got two bearish setups for this week, which was the Euro USD and it was GBP USD. So the majority of retail traders were long on both of these pairs. When I was doing the analysis yesterday, what day is it today? Yesterday. So when I was doing it was about 9 o'clock, something like that in the evening yesterday. The price was somewhere around here. And it was just at that point, just stuck. Sorry if you can hear my dog. It was just literally stuck in this range here. So, it hadn't really moved much. And then today, price has seen that bullish move. But then notice how it's held here at this level that we had marked up. It's held really nicely, rejected off that. And I know a few of our members have caught sells on that as well, which is really great to see. And again, all I would say in this pair is you just got to be really careful, because we're still stuck in this range bound period. Not period, but yeah, well, I suppose it is a period of time. We're just stuck here. So we've got to be really mindful of that and what it does next. So in terms of the analysis, again, I know that quite a few people have caught some really good trades on this, because what you can see is it held really nicely at the levels that we had marked up, and it rejected straight off. It has then given buy opportunities to take up, and it gave again sell opportunities here. There's so many wicks here, and I'm not sure how many pips this was, but again, I know that people in the group caught these trades from these levels. Even I think up the top there was like 80 odd pip drop there, and that comes from, I'm not just saying it because there's a huge wick there and saying that, oh yeah, they got in at the top, but if you look at the time, it was around 10 a.m. that candle, between 10 and 2. That's key time for us to be looking for those New York reversals, and looking at our setups. That gave a really nice entry there yesterday. So that's also happened today. Again, if you look at these candles, if I was to go to a lower time frame, you'll see that this actually happened in London session. So gave some really nice clear setup there. So even though it has had a bit of a bullish run the back end of the week, still some really nice sell setups. But in terms of COT, it has obviously gone bullish the back end of the week there as well. So GU, let's have a look at that. Similar story really on GU. It's just not really doing much. It's just stuck here, and we're just seeing it reject off these different levels. So again, it came here, dropped down, held here, pushed up to this level, dropped back in, pushed up, dropped back to this one. So you can see how well it's respecting the levels that we are marking up as well. And again, it's giving nice entries in both directions. You can trade these both directions as well on our with our strategies, but what we're saying is that generally, if we can get the correct side of where we think the market's going overall, that's just going to assist you even more. So that's it in terms of our COT report for this week, and I'll try and get the video done a little bit earlier in the week next week to see exactly what's playing out and what's still left to look at. So join me on the next video, and thanks for watching.